Now to the New Jersey transit strike that's sending a ripple effect through the tri-state area. The engineers started their strike just last night at 12:01. The main sticking point in negotiations is focused on wages. Right now, the strike is impacting more than 300,000 commuters in total. We have team coverage of the strike. Dave Carlin has a look at how it's affecting commuters. But we start with Christine Sloan. She is live in Aberdeen with the latest on negotiations. Christine.
Cindy, Governor Phil Murphy and NJ Transit's CEO just finishing up a press conference here in Aberdeen at this train station. They say they are open to negotiations, but that what the union is asking for in pay is unattainable because it's going to blow up the agency's budget and pass the cost on to commuters. Now, they say that does not mean that there is no wiggle room to achieve a deal. That means little to New Jersey Transit riders who are finding themselves stranded or dealing with overcrowded buses with trains not running. NJ Transit's contingency plan does not go into effect until Monday. It adds more buses and 4 satellite park and rides, but officials say it would only accommodate 20% of riders. Both sides are scheduled to meet Sunday in Washington, D.C. with the mediation board. Meantime, some 400 engineers are on strike and not getting paid. Several on the picket line in front of the Aberdeen-Matawan train station where the governor held his press conference. The governor saying the union walked away from a good deal back in March. The pay close to what LIRR engineers make, and any more of a hike would cost taxpayers and commuters.
It is frankly a mess of their own making, and it is a slap in the face of every commuter and worker who relies on NJ Transit. But we're not here this morning to point fingers.
We just want to get back to work, moving the people of the great state of New Jersey. Yeah, I have a 7-month-old at home and a mortgage like everyone else. My wife's been laid off.
I actually saw Mark Wallace, the president of the BLAD, this morning at Penn Station. He was walking and I was walking, and we spent a few seconds talking, very, very polite, very normal conversation about how we're going to try to solve this problem together.
Thought that we were making progress. New Jersey Transit chose to get up at 9:50 and leave the negotiations. They knew the strike deadline.
Now, NJ Transit CEO also saying conceding to what the union wants would initiate what is called a Me Too clause that would require the agency to pay other unions the same pay raise. Now, the governor says that of all the days for this to happen, a Friday made it very, very easy for them to sort of come together. Now, the Shakira concert was a big issue last night. The governor says they were there. Everything sort of went smoothly, and they're preparing for her concert tonight. So that is the story out here in Aberdeen, New Jersey. Christine Sloan, CBS News, New York.
Christine, thank you. And commuters are feeling the impact, with some saying their commute today was a mess. Others saying they didn't even know about the strike until they saw the NJ Transit trains weren't running. Dave Carlin is in Midtown hearing from them. Dave.
Cindy, what I'm hearing the most is I should have stayed home today. As Christine just mentioned, some people get to work from home on Fridays and sometimes on Mondays. But for the folks we are encountering out here, say they are forced to improvise.
Hassles and extra expense. The strike causing commuters to scramble. We talked to a few New Jersey Transit riders who did not know about the strike. First the shock, then forced to reroute themselves onto PATH service.
I had no idea. Everything was in red, and it was like, and then I started reading the news, and it's terrible. Honestly, it's terrible.
It was longer commute, figuring it out on the fly.
Another workaround to get around, New York Waterways ferry service.
Taking the ferry.
But you'd normally take the train.
Correct. It's a little bit easier than the bus.
Jennifer Love Sprock arrived in Manhattan with her kids and says she noticed a big difference.
There were definitely way more people than normal. There was almost no seats left on the ferry, and usually there's plenty. Because of the transit strike that's going on in New Jersey right now, it's affecting our commute. It definitely makes it harder to get on and off and to make sure that you have a spot to sit.
Frustrations for some who tried Amtrak instead, some finding it to be more expensive than they expected.
I was ready for it. I was prepared. I wanted to go to Amtrak, but they wanted $140 one way. So one way from New York to Trenton, but here I pay only one way to Trenton, $8.75.
So many people with fingers crossed that a solution is found over the weekend, but if this lingers into next week, well, they say that could be a bigger test of the system and that we'll get a better idea of what we're dealing with. Live at 33rd Street Station, Dave Carlin, CBS News, New York.
Thank you. And we continue our coverage of the New Jersey transit strike with Guy Stanier monitoring the impact on the roads. Guy.
Good morning, Cindy. Starting with a live look at the Lincoln Tunnel. Either people are heeding the advice and working from home or just taking the day off, but no delays here at the toll plaza. However, rail service remains completely suspended statewide for New Jersey Transit. If you can't work from home, New Jersey NJ Transit buses are your best option. Rail tickets will be cross-honored on buses as well as light rail. However, riders can expect very crowded conditions. Give yourself plenty of extra time as the major contingency plans don't go into effect until Monday. Alternate side parking is in effect today citywide. Cindy, back to you.
Guy, thank you. And with more commuters looking for ride shares, Lyft and Uber say they're ready to respond. Lyft says it is increasing driver supply to meet demand and that customers should plan ahead with scheduled rides for more affordable fares. Uber says it reached out to MetLife Stadium to make more space available for drop-offs and pickups for tonight's Shakira concert. Uber's encouraging customers to share rides. And stay with CBS News New York as we navigate all the changes surrounding the strike. We have you covered on our website at cbsnewyork.com. There you'll find a section with all the alternate routes, park and rides, and a list of stations that will cross-honor tickets. Again, it's all on cbsnewyork.com.